What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing something slightly different today. I'm going to be giving picks for 3 sports rather than 2. So you're getting 6 picks in this video. If this video does well, I'll continue doing this for the days that we have NFL. If it doesn't do well, then I'm probably not going to waste my time doing 6 picks. So if you guys do want to see more of these, make sure you guys do drop a like down below. These are some of our wins from the last 2 days. I didn't have a video yesterday, unfortunately, but so far this trip has been extremely green for me. So we had a $500 slip. This is one Ace posted for the Phillies. That one cashed. I think I showed it in the last video. Last 2 days, we did cash Hamby and Citron from our free picks, and then we had Jeffrey Springs with Peterson yesterday as well. I don't know why it keeps zooming out on me. 250 for 515. We had Brewers money line, which cashed us out yesterday. We had our tacos. We cashed every single one of the taco slips. So Zebby Matthews and Crochet. It's a nice little double up here. We hit a full round robin yesterday on our underdog. This is a 350 payout, 350 payout, 350 payout, and then a 650 payout. I mean, we absolutely dominated underdog yesterday. Another taco win. Warren and Brian Wu. Nice little double up, and then some more slips that we had. We had Robbie Ray and George Kirby. That was a nice little almost a 3x on parlay play. Played the same exact slip on Prizepicks, which was a 2.25x on Prizepicks. So it's another reason that you guys do need to get parlay play. You can see the payout difference here. I made an extra $47 on this slip just by playing it on parlay play, which is absolutely crazy. Another $35 payout, a little $10 max play on underdog. Then we had some more slips. I could go through these all day. 350 win, 267 win, 159 on the Giants money line, and then another taco with Beckers and Miles and Mikolas. So if you guys are wondering if you want to get in the Discord, hopefully this does show you guys we have been absolutely killing it. Got some guys that vouch for us every single day. If you guys do want to join, click the WAP link down in the description. $25 a month or $10 a week. You can get every single one of our plays. And I'll tell you guys right now, we're doing a discount. I don't know if it's going to last for a week, if it's going to last for a couple of days. But if you use code NFL right now, you can get 20% off any one of our packages. So code NFL, all caps, on our WAP. Get you 20% off if you guys do want to try it. But that being said, about to pick a winner from yesterday's video, or from our last video. Somebody's going to win a free month of VIP. And then if this video gets 200 likes, I'll pick another comment down below to win a free month. So smash the like button, drop a comment. Let's pick our winner from their last video. And the winner is for Gold Trader 21, who said, I need VIP, please. Well, Gold Trader, you got yourself a VIP. Send me a message on Discord, and I'll get you added for that free month. I do appreciate the love and support from every single one of you guys. And let's jump into some of these plays now. Like I told you guys, NFL, MLB, and WNBA today on the video. Now, I'm not going to have very good write-ups for NFL. For NFL, we're pretty much just I'm going to tell you the plays. We'll go over a couple things, and that's pretty much going to be it. I'm going to try to pull up some NFL stats on Outlier from last season, see if we can kind of look at them, but I doubt it's even going to let me. I haven't tried that yet, so we'll be doing that together. But anyways, jumping into our first play of the day, what we're going to do is we're going to do WNBA first, then MLB, then NFL preseason. So let's jump into WNBA first. The first pick that I have is going to be for our girl, De'Erica Hamby. We're going to be taking Hamby once again. She has been a wagon for us the entire season so far. The LA Sparks playing versus Connecticut at home tonight. I love this play for Hamby. Hamby's original point line right now is 16.5. If you want to take it there, you are more than welcome. I'm slightly buying this down to 14.5. She's cashed a 14.5 line, 9 of her last 10 games, averaging almost 19 points per game. She's cashed it 71% of games on the season, averaging almost 18 points per game on the season, 18 if you round it up. You can see a lot of these games getting up to almost 30 points per game. Been dominant head-to-head versus Connecticut. She's cashed it both games this season, and you can look at the shot volume here, shooting around 9 field goal attempts on average versus Connecticut. But this season, 11, 13, and 9. So shot volume's definitely up. She's been making a lot more of her shots. She's been playing really, really well. 17 and 20 points in both of her games this season so far. Both are from back in July. So like this matchup a lot. Connecticut's points defense, one of the worst points defense in the league. They're ranked 12th. They give up 87 points per game. If we pull this up on Props Madness, we can take a look at the shot charts and see where they allow their points. So you can see Hamby shoots 72% of her shots under the rim, which is the worst defense in the league under the rim. So perfect matchup. You don't have to look at anything else. When you see that number, 72% against the 13th worst defense, which is the worst, then it doesn't matter. The rest of it could be red. It doesn't even matter to me. This is a great matchup for our girl Hamby. But looking at this, 18% of her shots in the paint. Then she shoots 8% from behind the three-point line and then 2% mid-range. So not really many shots anywhere else. It's just pretty much in the paint, mostly under the goal, and that's where Hamby should thrive tonight in this matchup. So let's pull it up over here on Parlay Play. I click WNBA. We'll pull up Hamby. They do have Hamby boosted for 25.5 or 24.5 points and rebounds. I was very tempted to take this line. I might end up sprinkling some on it, but I'm probably not going to play much on this one. I might do half a unit or a unit, but this one line's a little bit high. She has to get a lot of rebounds for this to get good value. She could cash it just points alone, but I don't want to take it too much of a risk on that one. So I ended up going with her points. It's a 1.5x on her points, and we ended up pairing it with Alicia Gray. And I don't know if I accidentally left Alicia Gray on here or not. I was checking the payout on the slip, but anyways, ended up pairing it with Alicia Gray, which is a promo play at 14.5 points as well. And my mouse is just continuously scrolling. I need to get a new mouse really bad. It's actually driving me crazy. Anyways, Alicia Gray, same prop, 14.5 points, 1.36x. If you lock these in on Parlay Play, it does end up being a 2.04x. So we do one unit on this, it ends up winning us $510 if we play it this way. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll go ahead and pull up Alicia Gray so we can take a look at her stats as well. So Gray plays for the Atlanta Dream, playing versus the Chicago Sky, playing against the Sky in Chicago tonight. Should be a decent enough game for Alicia Gray to give us 15 points. Her original line's 18.5, so you're getting a 4-point discount, which is really, really good. She's cashed this line in 6 of her last 10 games, averaging almost 18 points per game. Had 26 and 22 in her last 2 games. When you look at her on the season, she's cashed this line 69% of the time, averaging almost 19 points per game, has an extremely high ceiling, dropping 32 points in some of these games. Some of these games getting close to 30, quite a few actually. Floors down to 6, has one bad game versus the Fever, but overall been pretty consistent on this line, and I really like that, especially versus the Sky. Sky has one of the worst points defenses in the league, giving up 86 points per game, so very weak points defense. Head-to-head, Alicia Gray's cashed this line 5 of her last 7 versus the Sky, and she's hooked this line twice, so she almost has a 100% hit rate on this one. She's averaging 12.3 shot attempts per game. If you look at her this season so far, she's averaging 13, getting around 6 3-pointers and 5.6 free throws, so draws quite a few fouls. Almost up to 20 shots in some of these games. Ryan Howard is a game time decision. We'll see how that goes. But or I don't know if that's Ryan or Renee. I'm not sure how you say that, to be honest with you. Yeah, you can forget the way I said her first name if I said it wrong. But anyways, Alicia Gray, 14.5 points. I like this play a lot, and I'm going to lock her in with our girl Hamby. So lock these in. We're going to do it live slip. Over here to track picks. You can see right here, 250 wins 510. And that is a live slip that we got locked in. So we'll be jumping over to baseball for the next 2 props. And we'll get another slip for baseball. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Well, I'll pull up Props Madness for Alicia Gray real quick. You can see matchup's good. Shoots 26% of her shots under the goal, 53% of her shots behind the 3-point line, which is green matchups in both of those. Rest of it doesn't even matter. I mean, obviously you got 15% going against the number 1 defense in the paint, the 11th ranked defense for mid-range. Everything looks good other than right here in the paint, which she doesn't take too many of her shots from there anyway. So perfect matchup for Alicia Gray, in my opinion. So looking at baseball, 4-game slate, kind of an ugly slate, I'm not going to lie. But I do love one of these plays, and I like the other one. So if you just want to play the slip that or the prop that I really like, then you can. But let's go ahead and pull it up here. So the one I like the most is going to be for our man Logan Gilbert. So I'm taking the Seattle Mariners pitcher, Gilbert, and you guys might hate me for this, but I'm taking him under strikeouts, under 8.5 Ks, and we'll go over that right now. But Logan Gilbert, under 8.5. He's cashed this line 7 of his last 10 games. He is the highest strikeout pitcher in the league. He strikes out 12.87 batters per 9 innings. Top 100% percentile, which means he literally gets the most strikeouts per 9 innings right now. The 35.4% strikeout rate. So very high strikeout pitcher. Averaging 7.5 on the season, though. He hasn't been going super deep in the games, getting around 5.1 innings per game, 6 innings a couple of these games, averaging 88 pitches, not a super long leash. Pitching versus the White Sox. So, yes, the White Sox are a team that not very good offensively. Logan Gilbert could end up going 6. I think he goes at least 6 innings, to be honest with you. He probably goes 6. Could go start to 7, something like that. But regardless, 9 Ks is a lot. Head-to-head, he had 8 Ks his last game. But let me show you why I like this play. So on this season so far, the White Sox strike out 22% of the time, which is 8th in the league. Which you might say, okay, or 18th in the league, which is top middle of the pack, almost top 10 in terms of strikeouts. If you look at their last 30 games, Last 30 games, they've only struck out 20.2% of the time, which is sixth in the league. And I've been looking more at these last 30 than seasons on some of these teams. The White Sox have been playing a little bit better, and you can see striking out not nearly as much as they were. Almost a bottom five in terms of the strikeout rate. So love this matchup in terms of how they've been playing recently. Now Logan Gilbert could come out here and get 15 strikeouts. It could happen. I mean, who knows? It's probably not going to happen. But if he could strike out the side 4 innings in a row and make me look completely dumb. But overall, I like this play for Logan Gilbert under 8.5. I think 8.5 is a little bit juiced. I don't think he's given us 9 Ks this game. And in terms of hit rate, I have to take this line on the under. If he is boosted to go over 6.5 Ks, he could end up at 7. I don't think that's a bad play at all, but I am going to take the under 8 to 8.5 for our man Logan Gilbert. And if you don't agree with me, then you're more than welcome to fade this one. But I really like this play, and I'll probably play it in more than one slip. So I was just throwing it out there, and my mouse is dying. That might be why it does that little scroll thing. But anyways, who did I pair Logan Gilbert with? Paired Gilbert with our man Jacob Lopez. I'm taking Jacob Lopez, the Oakland Athletics pitcher, pitching versus Washington in Washington tonight, and I'm taking him to give us 4.5 strikeouts. So another play that I like a lot, over 4.5 Ks. And my mouse is literally bugging out. Okay, so over 4.5 strikeouts, that's hits. All right, we're going to use the mouse wheel. All right, outlines. I was afraid my batteries would die on my mouse. Okay, so looking at Jacob Lopez, he's cashed this line 8 of his last 10 games, averaging 5.8 strikeouts per game. I'm going to turn my mouse off real quick. Sorry for the tech malfunction, guys. Okay, that seems to be working now, maybe. But cashed 8 of his last 10 games, averaging 6 strikeouts per game. On the season, he's cashed at 69%, averaging 5.38 strikeouts per game. And I'm going to move my mic a little bit if you guys hear that. So decent hit rate on the season so far. Pitching versus Washington today, he's 3.99 ERA, 10.8 strikeouts per 9 innings, averaging a 1.34 WHIP. So high strikeout pitcher, well over 1 strikeout per inning, and pitching versus the Nationals. Now the Nationals are a team that, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm gonna struggle using this mouse pad. I'm gonna be honest with you. So National strikeout 17th in the league on the season, which is a 23.5% strikeout rate. If you look at them on the last 30 games, 27, striking out 27% of the time in their last 30 games. So they have been struggling lately, striking out a ton. A great matchup for Jacob Lopez. Their offense isn't very good either. If you come down here and look at Lopez, he's averaging 86 pitches per game, getting in mid-90s as of his last 3 games. Some games, one game over 100 pitches. So decently long leash. Should go 5 innings in my opinion. I think he gives us 5, and if he gets at least 1 K per inning, which he should definitely be able to do. Maybe he gets one, we get lucky and he strikes out the side in one of the innings. But regardless, he should be able to get us 5 tonight. And pairing this with our man Logan Gilbert, I really, really like the line. So let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. Jacob Lopez. I'm so sorry for hitting my mic. I know that was probably loud. 4.5 Ks. This is going to give you right at a 2x. It might be slightly less than a 2x. I don't know why I'm saying oops, something went wrong either. So, to show a 3x on this, there's no way this is a 3x. It's probably not going to let me lock it in. I probably messed up my. See if this works. Okay, so we're having technical difficulties again. Let's hit refresh here. These are raw, uncut videos, by the way, just so you guys know. As you can tell. Alright, let's try this one more again. So obviously we have Logan Gilbert here, under 8.5 Ks. We'll type in Jacob Lopez. Scroll down, 4.5 Ks. Alright, so this should be right at a 2x. Yeah, 1.94. So it's come down a little bit. It was like 2.01, something like that. I'm okay with a 1.94. I'm okay with a double up on this slip. If you don't want to take the double up and you want to play it with something else, you're more than welcome. Or if you want to fade the slip altogether, you can do that as well. But these are the second slip of the day. We have Gilbert and Lopez, 250 to win 485. And then we have 250 for 510 still over here for the WNBA play. So you guys can see these are legit slips locked in. And then for our last 2 picks, we will be jumping over to NFL preseason. So like I told you guys, going to be hard for me to do write-ups on this. There's literally no information. the first pick we have is going to be Joe Burrow. So I'm taking Joe Burrow to give us 65.5 passing yards. And I'll go and tell you why I like this play. Joe Burrow has been confirmed to play at least a half, potentially 3/4 this game. If that happens, 65.5 pass yards is nothing. Now, the information I get isn't 100% accurate. I don't know that for sure that this is going to happen. But I'm willing to take a risk on this play for Joe Burrow at 65.5 passing yards. It's a decent matchup. I mean, going against Philly, but regardless, 65.5 is really, really low for 1.77x payout. I'm going to take a chance on it. If you want to fade the NFL preseason, you're more than welcome. I wouldn't blame you at all, because NFL preseason is going to be something that's very volatile. You're not going to get perfect information on this. I'm going to see if I can pull Joe Burrow up right here and look at his last season first half stats. I don't know if that's going to work. You can see his passing yards is 272 versus Cleveland versus the Browns in the first game, so very, very high on that. First quarter pass yards. Look at first quarter. So his first quarter passing yards versus the Browns is 62.5. If that tells you anything. And he cashed it last season in 7 of 17 games. He averaged 61 passing yards per game in the first half last season. So obviously we'll see how that goes. Versus Philly, it's going to be a tough matchup, but regardless, like, we're not playing starters here anyway, so Joe Burrow's not going to have starting wide receivers. They're not going to have a starting defense, so we'll see how this goes. I'm taking a risk on it at 65.5 if you guys do want to take it, and I'm going to show you the slip I locked in. So I did lock in this slip on Prizepicks. I can't do it right now. I have Ace locking in slips for me on Prizepicks, just the heads up. But anyways, this is the slip we got. Joe Burrow with Bryce Young. We got 65.5 pass yards with 38.5 pass yards for Bryce Young. 3x, 100 to win 300 if you guys do want to tell. So I'm going to go ahead and show you Bryce Young. Bryce Young he may have gotten bumped. Yeah, he's 45.5 right now. If you want to take him at 45.5, you can. I'm not going to lock it in again just because I already have $100 on this on Prizepicks. So I'm going to fade the 45.5. If you want to take it, it's going to be sweaty probably, but he could definitely do it if he plays 2 to 3 quarters. He's also supposed to play 2 to 3 quarters. So we'll see what happens. I don't even know if Bryce Young is going to be on here. He is. Bryce Young, his pass yards is 206.5 or 203.5. His first quarter is 42.5. So another quarterback who's should soar over this line if he plays 2 to 3 quarters, in my opinion. So if you want to take a chance on it, you can. He cashed the quarter line in 5 of 14 games, averaging 36 per quarter. So almost cashed this line in just 1 quarter last season. Obviously, that's with your whole entire starting offense, so it's not going to be the same. But worth a risk, in my opinion. And I'm just for the video, just because I want to put my money where my mouth is, even though it's 45.5, 7-point bump. I'm going to lock it in twice. Just for you guys. If I lose $250 here, then join our VIP. That sounds dumb, but anyways, that's our 3 slips for today, guys. So we got Logan Gilbert and Jacob Lopez. Nice little double up. We got Joe Burrow, Bryce Young, a 3x. It's actually a little over a 3x, $780 slip right here. Then we got Alicia Gray with De'Erica Hamby over here for WNBA. So if you guys like all 3, let me know. Obviously, going to be a lot more in our Discord. I try to pick some of my favorite plays for the free picks, but I'm not going to pick all the winning slips. Obviously, you guys saw what we did yesterday and the day before. Killing it, especially on these round robins and our money lines. So if you want to get all of them, WAP links down in the description. Code NFL gets you 20% off. Once again, hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video.